Well, it's been several weeks since this was announced, and I finally got around to talking about it, as I'm now reacting to the World Finals 21 track, which, hey, at least they're finally able to do the event after 2 years technically, of delay because of COVID. But of course, that's for pretty much the only positive of this party, because it's going to go downhill from here. But before I get to the track, I wanted to show you all this as a reminder, as this was the track for World Finals 20. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. But, as bad as it is, what if I told you that what came after this would honestly be even worse than this? Hard to believe, but yes, that actually happened. No surprise coming from Feld. But, what did they show when they announced World Finals 21? Well, so for World Finals 21, they're going to do over and under style for racing. Now, of course, as someone who cares very deeply about the World Finals, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I think about this. Of course you're correct. This is 100% wrong. Do I need to remind a lot of you that what the World Finals is supposed to be famous and traditional for? Oh yeah, that's right. Vegas style racing. That's it. You don't ever, and I mean ever, do a World Finals without Vegas style racing. That's the end of it. That's why, even though I shat on World Finals 20's track, it at least had some similarities to Vegas style racing. This, on the other hand, has no resemblance whatsoever. And it's fucking horrible. You don't ever fucking accept this bullshit. Fuck this track, and honestly, screw off every single one of you that defend this crap. This is horrible and wrong. End of discussion. You don't ever mess with tradition when it comes to championship events of all leagues, of all sorts, not just Monster Jam. And I know this because I know a lot of you that follow Monster Jam also follow like NASCAR and wrestling and all that crap. And I asked this question to a whole bunch of people. Would you be happy if wrestling changed around WrestleMania and other stuff like that? Would you be happy if, I don't follow NASCAR, but how would you feel if NASCAR changed to how their championship series is done in that regard? I already know the answer because I've already asked a whole bunch of people, and they say no, they would not like it if it was changed for NASCAR, wrestling, and whatever. And you know what? You're correct. You should not accept that ever. But that also applies to Monster Jam too. So no, this cannot ever be accepted. You only do Vegas style racing in the World Finals. Period. End of discussion. And I already know what people say, they can't do it because they can't do the elevated start. Well, first off, you shouldn't accept that either. That was wrong of them to do that too. You don't ever do that in the World Finals either. But guess what? You can do Vegas style racing on Orlando or any other track. You just gotta try it. And it has been done before, as you see here. This is the MTM2 version of Monster Jam Houston 2001 First Show. That had Vegas style racing, as you could see. It worked there, it can work in Orlando. And here's another example of mine of a track I've done. It's the 2010 MTWS Championship track. See? That was Vegas style, in Vegas too. It can be done, you just gotta do it. And you got plenty of room to do it as well. And I got even more examples to show. But the biggest one I'm going to show is, as I'm going to make this announcement right now, sometime in the future, I am going to make a new track called Custom Orlando 2021. Although it might become 2022 since we're almost a month away from 2022. And that track is going to be Vegas style racing. Just like how Houston 2001, the 2010 MTWS Championship, and so on. I just gotta put down a dirt texture like on MTM2 with the Vegas style racing lineups. I'm gonna have to decide all the obstacles beforehand because I'm gonna go into it knowing what I'm gonna put out there, not just winging it like I've done with other tracks I've streamed like BeamNG. So yeah, it can be done. You just gotta do it. So, fuck the track, fuck Feld, and honestly, fuck you all who defend it. And before I wrap this up, I want to make one thing abundantly clear, since I know people are going to lie about what I'm about to say in this video. I don't hate over and under. I have no problem with it. I've even done an MTWS 2015 Melbourne, so I've done it before. I have no problem with it. I don't want it in the World Finals, though. It needs to be just Vegas-style racing. That's the end of it. So, don't say I don't like over and under, because that's incorrect. It's not debatable. It's wrong, period. The World Finals is supposed to only be Vegas-style racing. That's the end of it. Hashtag make Monster Jam great.